Like I said, she is going to cry and turn bright red through her bath, and they all do that, and that's normal. We'll start with her body, and then we'll get some clean water, and we'll do her hair when we're all done, okay?
So that clip be removed?
This is actually the umbilical cord itself. The clip is off, and this is actually that cord. It just kind of looks, it looks like plastic, doesn't it? But it's all the, that's just the dried cord material there, and that'll fall off within about a week or two. And now when you do a bath, you can get that wet. It's not going to hurt anything. You don't want to soak her in a tub of water, though, until that little stump falls off. Like I said, about a week or two. And then when you get it done, when you do the bath, you want to just make sure that you dry really good where it's attached to the skin there, okay? And if you notice that it's red or pussy or icky looking or puffy, then let doctor know that, okay? And we're just going to use plain warm water on her face.
It's warm water, right?
Yep, just warm water. And then we're going to start with her face. I'm going to turn you this way, and we'll start with her eye, and you go from the inside corner out. And then use a separate part of the washcloth for each eye. And that way, if she get an infection in one eye, theoretically you wouldn't spread it to the other one.
Okay.
Usually if they get pink eye or an infection, they get it in both. You like turning towards Daddy, don't you? You know you're on the camera there, huh? Yeah, you know that you're on there. No Q-tips in the ears, just a little edge of the washcloth. You can get in all the little crevices, okay? And fold them forward. They fold forward nicely for cleaning. I'm going to turn you this way, sweetheart. You're still watching Daddy, aren't you, huh?
See.
And you can, you know, do a full bath, usually about 2 or 3 times a week. If you bathe them every day with soap, it'll dry her skin out too much. And she's going to be kind of dry for the first few weeks anyway, and then kind of this where it's real dry and kind of cracked, that kind of peels off and she'll have that nice soft baby skin, okay? Now we're going to use soap on the rest of her body, and we'll send you home with this. So just any tear-free, mild baby soap is good. It startled you, huh? You know, this has warm air coming up from the bottom, so it'll keep her a little bit warmer, too. And I'll send this pad home if you'd like. You can use it when you do a sponge bath. Obviously, you don't have a warmer at home, but you can lay that on the counter with a towel on it. Just make sure you have all of your things together. You don't want to answer the phone or go answer the door and leave her laying on the counter, because she'll roll right off. Just when you least expect it. And you want to make sure you lift up her chin. Get all those little creases under there. Because when they spit up, it tends to kind of get in all those little neck creases, and then she'll start to smell like sour milk. And then nobody wants to hold you, and Mom and Daddy wonder why. It's because you got a funky smell to you. And that's actually okay if she gets a little bit in her mouth or on her face. That isn't going to hurt her at all. What do you think of all this, huh? What is all this here? And I'm just going to kind of dry her as we go here, just to keep her a little bit warmer so she's not freezing here. You're getting mad.
Okay.
But you know what? You're cute even when you're mad.
Sound.
You're trying to get that little fist in your mouth, aren't you?
She's shooting.
And sometimes they do kind of this little jittery thing, and that isn't actually because they're cold. It's their central nervous system isn't real mature, and so they do kind of that little shake thing. And now you may notice too, like you touch her hands and her feet, they feel cold to you, and they may look kind of purple. Hers actually look pretty good today, but their circulation isn't real good yet to their hands and feet, so then they sometimes they'll feel real cold, but then if you feel up here, she's nice and warm, okay? And she's wet again. And again, just a little bit of that uric crystals, like I was telling you about, that just a real concentrated, but that looks fine. And like I said before, she might have a little bit of mucousy vaginal discharge, and that's normal. She might even have a little blood tinge to it, and that's just from hormones she got from you. So don't be alarmed if you see a little bit of blood in the diaper. And that goes away on its own. With little girls, you always want to wipe from front to back.
Oh,
You feeling okay, or do you want to sit? Do you want to sit? Trisha, could you grab a chair for Mom here?
A rocking chair? Or
No, some high chair.
chair?
Yeah, high chair. Can you sit in this?
We can bring it down a little if that's too high for you.
Of course.
This side.
No, that's not the right one. I gotta sit on it.
I know, that's how I gotta do it.
How's it going?
Be a little bit better for you. Is that too uncomfortable on your bottom?
Manage it.
Push it closer. You ready? I don't want to push you off.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good. She goes through all of
I
this and we
know.
bonk her on her head the last day, huh?
There you go, right here.
A little better?